Okay, just do the intro. It's gonna be the loudest part of this video. Hi! Leafs Nation, stand witness for Austin Lucas! Full biblical! Austin Matthews is a Leaf! Why do I watch hockey stressfully? Mostly. Are you in? Leafs lose 5-3 against the LA Kings, and okay, I should probably explain why I'm talking like this. So, I have to shoot the video right now. It is 2:04 a.m. and the reason I have to be quiet is because I live with my wife, and my wife is a teacher and has work in the morning, and I can't yell and scream at 2:05 now in the morning. Steve, why on earth do you have to shoot a video at this time? Well, I'm playing in a little Easter Seals tournament. It's hosted by Eric Lindros. There's a bunch of other NHLers in the tournament. Dennis Maruk is going to be on my hockey team. I'm actually going to play hockey. And yeah, we'll get to that later. But here's the problem. They told me our games were at 8, 11, and 1. Because the only times I've played shinny ever in my entire life were at midnight, I thought they meant 8 p.m., 11 p.m., and 1 a.m. And I even thought to myself, 1 a.m., my goodness, that's a late start. So it turns out I'm an idiot, and the games are at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., and 1 p.m. As in, I have to get up in like 4 hours. That is, if I make it to bed at all. So it was either I shoot a shorter, quieter video, or you don't get this video until like tomorrow night, like late tomorrow night. No need to tell me I'm an idiot. I already know. As a matter of fact, here's my teammate tomorrow and former NHL star Dennis Maruk confirming that I'm an idiot.
This guy right here, he's an idiot.
Thanks, Dennis, or should I call you Liney? So let's talk about this gong show of game quietly, and then we'll move on to Easter Seals. Apologies in advance if this video isn't your cup of tea. It's not mine either. I didn't mean to do it at this time. I got forced to because I'm stupid. The first period of this game was great. It was the Leafs really getting back to their roots. Get outshot to hell in the first period, allow an early goal, and allow someone to score their first NHL goal. What year is this? Who's the head coach? Is that Peter Horacek? Mike Amadio scores, Mike Camilleri scores, Trevor Lewis scores. It's 3-0 Kings after the first. Jake Gardiner blows a tire on the first goal and falls on his butt, and I can forgive that. Poking at it like a pool player with spaghetti arms, I can't. All I can say is you're lucky I'm not allowed to scream. Second goal is a fire drill on the penalty kill, and then with less than a minute to go in the first period with the game still in reach, what the hell? The boards betray Nazem Kadri, the puck stays in, but it's okay, he has another chance to clear. But he was so frazzled from when the puck hit the glass that he couldn't clear it, and then the Kings get the puck. Gardiner and Zaitsev don't talk, and if they did talk, one of them might say, hey look, there's a guy there. That beats McElhinney, who is several kilometers out of position, and it's 3-0. Now, I saw a lot of people ragging on McElhinney, not just after the 3-0 goal or whatever, the 5-0 goal. He wasn't the problem in this one. Yes, you need your goalie to come up with an occasional save, for sure. And yes, I think Sparks and Pickard, both of them, are probably better options in net than McElhinney. I think there are goals that are the goalie's fault that are not primarily the goalie's fault. Does that make sense? McElhinney should have been in better position, but that still doesn't guarantee he makes a stop on a wide open guy after the Kings got the puck back because the Leafs couldn't clear the zone. Fourth goal, Leafs give up another power play. They've been giving up a ton on this road trip. McElhinney makes a nice stop on Tyler Toffoli, but the Leafs can't clear the zone again. Toffoli gets another shot, one-timer, it's in 4-0. The fifth goal is just a freaking disgrace. It's 3 Kings coming in on 3 Leafs, and the Leafs are basically standing stationary. It's a goal, 5-0. People were harping on how bad Jake Gardiner was, and believe me, I wanted to too, but after watching the highlights again, that's Nikita Zaitsev's worst game of the season. He was awful. And all of a sudden, the Leafs are on pace to lose something like, 7-0 to the Kings like they did last year at almost this exact time, until something amazing happened. Austin Matthews looks like a man possessed, and he has an incredible shift. And then he breaks down the ice. He's got a clear breakaway. He's coming in on Jonathan Quick. Oh, he lost the handle. And by lost the handle, I mean Kopitar slashed him in the hands, causing him to lose control, is for sure what I mean. That was not a terrible penalty shot call at all. Kings fans who were barking at me on Twitter, yes, it was a crap call. Whatever. Stop yelling at me and use your energy to put a muzzle on Jonathan Quick, would you? Matthews with a breakaway, and his hands are just on Riverdance. Beats Jonathan Quick 5-1. Okay, it's something. 3 seconds left in the period. Matthews to Riley. Riley scores. Okay. Quick seems rattled. The Kings seem rattled. The Leafs are within 3. Andrioff missed that gift at the end of the first. Is this meant to be? Connor Brown scores on the power play. It's happening. Oh my God, why can't I scream right now? Austin Matthews Matthews gets another belly shot. This is actually happening. Leafs don't score. They come close. Excellent second half of the game, but the Kings win 5-3. Just as I predicted on the podcast. I'm not proud of that. Kings fans, if I were you, since you were cheated out of this segment last video, I just forgot. Again, kind of dumb. I guess it's more of a question of the game for Kings fans. How did you win 2 Stanley Cups in 3 years with Jonathan Quick? Steve, are you talking about playoff MVP Jonathan Quick? I can't believe that I am, but yes. Like out east, we talk about Robin Lehner of the Buffalo Sabres like he's a loose cannon, and he is. But he's no worse than Jonathan Quick. That guy gets rattled by everything, and the battle of the playoffs, he's got butts and faces. How doesn't he just lose his mind and take a penalty every game and allow a bunch of soft goals because his head just isn't in the game because he's so angry? He was slashing Hyman, pushing Nylander after the game. He's going, ah, in Hyman's face. Cool, you won a game, you were winning 5-0? Look, he's allowed to feel that extra, but holy crap. Does he get run a lot? Because that wouldn't be very shocking. I guess if I were you, I would just be happy that my team is one of the top in the league. And I was going to say, if I were you, I would be worried about having this great of a record and then heading into the playoffs and Quick loses his mind. But evidently, you don't really have to worry about that because you've already won the thing twice. He can do it again. How do I know? He did it twice. Sure. Now, as for the Leafs, I'm not going to yell and scream. 1, because I literally can't. 2, I feel better. Oh, I was mad when they were losing 5-0, but the way they fought back, the way Austin Matthews just put the team on his back like a 1,000-pound backpack and still managed to carry it around the ice, the way they clawed back 1 goal, 2 goals, 3 goals, that made me feel optimistic. We've been talking about Babcock and ragging on Babcock recently, and there's reason to criticize him because why with Polak? Why? But the good thing with this game is you have footage of 2 games in 1. You can show them and be like, where was this? Like I talk about Quick losing his cool. The Leafs, the entire team lost their cool. This is a great game where you can show them what they're capable of, or in this case, remind them they're not a bad team. And if I didn't have to stay up, I still would have stayed up for that. Even down 5-0. With this team, you just never know. All right, now let me wrap this up with the charity. Okay, so once again, this tournament is for Easter Seals. You can still donate money to my team. I'm going to put a link down below. Easter Seals is a charity that's near and dear to my heart. They directly helped my family when I was a kid. As you might know, my sister has several disabilities. And thanks to you guys, you really have managed to raise over $1,700 for Easter Seals. That is incredible. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, seriously. Tonight was the draft party. So what happens is we all get our teams together and we get to draft NHL alumni to be on our team. Guys were there like Eric Lindros was there, Nick Antropov, Steve Thomas, Mike Krushelnyski, Dennis Maruk, Ali Afraidy, John LeClaire, that was another big one. And depending on how much money your team raised, that's, where you got to pick in the draft for which star you got. But at one point, I'm in the middle of a conversation with Dennis Maruk, which was very surreal. But I hear my name and they just tell me to get on stage. I'm like, what? So because of you guys, I raised the most money on my team. And as a result, I have to play in the All-Star game, meaning I get 4 games tomorrow. For those of you who don't know me, this might come as a bit of a shock. For those of you who have been around a while, you know why this is crazy to me. I have never played a game of organized hockey in my entire life. Now, for some of you, you're going to lose a bunch of respect for me because I told you that. And what am I going to do to change it? I can't do anything to change it, so you just take that information and do what you want with it. I didn't play as a kid. There's a long story to that. Part of the reason I'm writing a book. I've played shinny a handful of times. Never an actual full organized hockey game with equipment and everything. And thanks to you guys and for a good cause, I get to play 4 in one day. I thought 3 was enough, but no, okay, 4. I'll just do it until I wreck my back. Cool. But I could tell at the draft party this wasn't just your run-of-the-mill charity hockey tournament. Eric Lindros got on stage and he was talking about the good things Easter Seals does, and you could tell, you can tell when someone's being phony. Lindros was not being phony. This thing means something to him. Big time. So if you were ever a fan of the Big E, if you're a subscriber to this channel, or if you just want to help out, I would really appreciate donations because they're still accepting them. Again, link down below. So that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. I know I'm not going to do another video like this. I'm so sorry.